Hello everyone, in this video I have scrapbook process number 30 to share with you, and I just showed you the picture very briefly there. I am scrapping a photo of me and my two besties, Zoe and Alice, in a picture where we're looking quite dapper, if I do say so myself. Now, I know in the title of this video I've said it's Pink Paisley C'est La Vie, but I'm actually using a mix of 3 Pink Paisley collections. It's just that C'est La Vie is kind of the most prominent by the end of the video. So that backing paper I'm using there is from Fancy Free, and I'm just starting off by putting some gesso, clear gesso on it, because sort of to prime it for the mixed media that's going to go on it. Not much, just watercolour mostly, but without the layer of the clear gesso it would just warp the paper so very much. Pink Paisley I just love. It is one of my absolute favourite brands. I love it. I love it so much, and all their collections tend to work really well together. Maybe I just love it because I've got a massive craft crush on Paige Evans. I don't know. Can we make that a thing, actually? Hashtag craft crush. Let me know who your hashtag craft crush is. Anywho, let's talk about what I'm doing, shall we? So that paper there that's got the wood effect and the sort of the cluster of roses on is from C'est La Vie, and I'm sort of adding this panel to the side of the layout, and I'm just working out there where to cut it, because I want the panel, but I need to fussy cut around the roses kind of thing. I'm hoping that makes sense to you guys. I don't know if it is. I'm just adding the strip, but I can't just have it there with the roses or the cluster of flowers just snipped right through the middle. So I had to work out where exactly I needed to cut to have that sort of little wood effect panel thingy on there. So I spent some time fussy cutting that out. Now, I am a hardcore fussy cutter. I love to sit and fussy cut, but this was quite difficult to do, because usually when you fussy cut, like say I was just doing those little floral clusters, I would snip around them and then just do the little bits at a time. But because I had to do the whole big sort of 12-inch thing at once, it was quite hard work. Obviously, I've cut a bunch out because that would be incredibly boring to watch me just cut out that whole thing. But you get the idea. And to fussy cut, I always use my beloved KKK scissors because they are super sharp. And yes, they really get the job done. They're very comfortable in your hand as well. So just getting rid of all my little trimmings there and working out exactly where to put that. So I decided as well not to have it straight on the blue background. So I got the pink paper, also from Fancy Free, which is almost exactly the same as the blue one in its style, like a horizontal brush effect. And I'm just putting it on there as just to have a slight, you know, a difference to contrast between the blue, because even though the C'est La Vie paper is black and white, there is a sort of a bluish tone to it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing there. Now, I did make an error here by putting some tacky glue on the little floral clusters that are sticking out, because I forgot that it wasn't going straight on that paper, that I needed to trim around it. So you can see there I'm sort of peeling back the roses so I could cut. I made a mess of it, but it was okay. I fixed it in the end. So that's how I wanted it, and I stuck the roses on because I don't know, I'm a numpty. I wasn't paying enough attention, but it's fine. It's okay now, and that's just going on there like that. So I'm fiddling around a little bit to figure out where to put the photo, and I decided in the end to have it like that, like I'm showing you there, because I'm kind of leaning into the photo, so it kind of looks like I'm sort of leaning around from the wall kind of thing. I don't know how that makes sense to you guys, but it makes sense in my brain, so that's why we did it. And then I just sort of very roughly drew around where those things were going to be stuck down later on, so I knew where to put the mixed media stuff. So I started off with some Heidi Swapp Colour Shine in navy and did the packaging technique with it. However, the Heidi Swapp inks, each colour reacts differently. They each do different things. And the navy, I completely forgot. When you do the packaging technique with the navy, and you can see it happening there, it kind of splits. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of, yeah, it's splitting. So that wasn't working out too fabulously. So I got out my beautiful Kuretake watercolours. They're still fairly new to me, and I'm just so in love with them. They are just incredible. They have changed my watercolouring life. I used to use the Hobbycraft set that, you know, everyone has, the sort of £5-6 one, but yeah, once you've got some really good ones in your life, I will never go back. I just love them so much. And I'm not sponsored, by the way. I'm just genuinely in love with these watercolours. So yes, I'm just spraying on water and then adding little dabs of different colours. I'm using sort of a mint and a navy blue and that sort of colour palette, and it got a little bit too wet there. We got some very big blobs, so I just had to soak those up a bit. Oh, no, I haven't done it yet. I do that in a minute. That mint colour, that minty turquoise, how beautiful is that? And the gorgeous thing about these watercolours, and I'm sure it's the same for other, you know, higher end watercolours, is you only need the tiniest amount on your brush. Oh, yeah, I'm soaking up the ink now. Yeah, you only need the tiniest amount on your brush to get some colour on your page. It's just, oh, I love them so much. Anyway, I'm going to try and stop banging on about that. Adding some darker blue there, some sort of more of a royal / navy. And as you see, I'm just sort of dabbing on and letting it mix in with the colour and do its own thing. I'm doing some splashes there. Just, yeah, various dabbing. There's not really any art or talent involved. And I did add some of the silver watercolour. You can't see it come on very well, but it just kind of added an extra shimmer, and it wasn't necessarily a silver shimmer, just a general sort of translucent shimmer. And then finishing off again with the Heidi Swapp in navy, just splattering that on, and I add some more of that at the end as well. I just love that colour combo of the navy and the mint. It's just all my favourite colours for you know, a scrapbook spread of some of my favourite people. And yes, apparently now I'm adding more mint. There we go. I am now finished. Phew, that lasted a while. So there we go. So putting that on, wrong way round, Grace. There you go. If I'd put it the other way around, I would cover up my entire face with flowers, which you never know, could be a good thing. So to back the photo using that paper from Fancy Free, which is very, very colourful, and it just sort of helps the photo pop out from that very blue, cool colour palette kind of thing, with the pinks and the yellows and the peaches on that paper. Yes, just helps it stand out a tad. And then I put it down completely in the wrong place, but it's okay because I fixed it. And yes, so that's going on like that. I don't think I backed it with anything else. No, it's just going straight down there, and then putting on that sort of, what do you call that? A panel, a wall? It's just a strip of paper, really. I am aware of this, but you know, whatever. So that's going on there. I did cut it slightly short so it didn't fill up the entire length, so there is some, like a couple of millimeters of room of the original backing paper at the top and the bottom. So there I have the ephemera pack from VIE, which I think there's sort of 2 of within that little box there, or, you know, 1.5's worth, because there's lots and lots of doubles going on. And I'm just going through that and figuring out what I want to put on there. I wanted to add that ooh la la thing, but I didn't like it just on its own, so I sort of made a little tassely bannery thing with that, just with a staple. I don't have a tiny attacher because I don't do enough stapling to be worth it, kind of thing. It's not worth me getting one because I staple once in a blue moon. So yes, and then those butterflies are from Pink Paisley. Oh, what's the name? I think it was Moonstruck. Yes, I'm fairly sure that's what. But those butterflies are fussy cut from one of those papers from Moonstruck. What else is on there? Oh, I put that little fabulous tab thing at the top of the picture. This is one of those layouts I do sometimes that doesn't necessarily have a title. It's just got lots and lots of different words and phrases on, rather than one big title. I don't think every page has to have a proper title. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with titles, just not every page has to have one. So there's all sorts of words going on here. We've got fabulous, fancy that. The fancy that I attached, by the way, with the tacky glue, because if you do use double-sided tape on that, you can really see through the acetate where the double-sided tape is, and it's not a good look. So yeah, all of that's going on there like that. So yes, I do love those butterflies. They are super pretty. I can't remember the name of that paper from Moonstruck, by the way. I'm very, very sorry. So those little stickers are from VIE, and I'm just putting loads and loads of those on down the side, just sort of relevant little phrases, which I can't read right now. What does that say? What? Bellissimo, and I can't read it. And oh, that sticker's really wonky. Oh, it's okay. I saved it. I was being quite funny about those being straight on there. And I really can't read what they say because I'm watching this on a teeny tiny screen. But yes, you can probably read them on your screen. So they're just all going on there. Just lovely little happy related phrases. And then those cork hearts with the gold going through them are from VIE as well. And I'm finishing off with some Nuvo drops in that colour is... I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I will put it in the description box. The other one I use are the Nuvo Crystal drops, and those ones are not crystal. Yes, crystal. No, I've forgotten the name. Jewel. They are called jewel drops. That's what it's called. And those are the Sea Breeze one, and they are this gorgeous, gorgeous translucent drop. So there's just a hint of whatever colour they are. So the Sea Breeze are obviously blue ones, there's pink ones, yellow ones, and there's just a hint of the colour. But other than that, they kind of look like drops of water or something. They're super, super pretty. I need to get all of the colours. And I am finishing off with, again, some splatters of the Heidi Swapp Colour Shine in navy. And I think that is pretty much it. Oh, I'm just covering up my face because I kept getting some spray on the photo. Sorry, Alice, I got some Heidi Swapp on your face. I'm really sorry about that. But there we go. So that is that layout finished. I am loving the colours in this one. Everyone needs to play with watercolours because it is super fun. So yes, thank you so much for watching as always. And remember to let me know who your hashtag craft crush is. I want to make this a thing. Let me make it a thing. Okay, thank you. Right, okay. I am now going. Bye-bye.